Hello, everyone! Welcome back to Chapters Create Character. I'm Legend Moore, and I'm ready to hear some books today. What about you? Today, my mom will be reading Chapter 14 of A Whale of the Wild. Enjoy the video!
Chapter 14, Waves. The shaking stops just as I clear Deception Pass. The press of sound falls away. I stop too. Take a breath, and another breath. The silence that follows the shaking is almost as scary as the noise. I send a click stream out through the churned up water to get my bearings. The ocean lies straight ahead, a full day's journey away. A scooper whale and her baby charge past me. I did not know they could go so fast. The scooper whale chants, "Deep, deep." An orca word clear as sunlight. They head for the ocean. Fish hang dazed in the water, not moving at all. "Deneb," I call. "Mother?" What have I done? Gone off and left my family again. I was sure I could retrace my path. Sure, they would wait for me. What if I never find them? Another whale swoops past, a singing whale. He calls out, "Deep, deep," in orca, just like the scooper. I follow the singing whale. Usually they are such dawdlers, lazily circling clumps of fish, lunging through them, mouths agape. But this one has closed his mouth tight and tucked his long flippers close to his body. He pumps his gigantic tail and pulls me along in his wake. Stray crab cages bounce off his sides and swirl away from him. I see dim shapes in the water, porpoises, a scooper whale, and her baby. Or is it Deneb? Could that be Aquila and little Altair? I shout their names, but all I hear back from every creature of the sea who can speak is, "Deep, deep, go deep." The pull feels stronger than before. A new sound comes from the bottom of the sea. A clatter. Not like the breaking of solid rock, but like the rolling of stones. The singing whale swerves to avoid a net boat. As we swim past, the net breaks free, spilling its catch of salmon. I snatch one and gulp it down. The net boats turn to the open ocean at top noise. The sound of rolling stones grows, and the tug of the pull grows with it. I have never felt a pull so strong. Not in all my life. Not in the worst storms of winter. Swept up in this pull, I am going faster than I have ever have before. When I surface for air, I look around, amazed to see that I am more than halfway to the ocean. The drumbeat chant, "Deep, deep," strikes me from all sides. I stop looking for my family. I know only that the call belongs to those who share something with my family, something wise, but long buried. A will to survive, but not just will. Any little crab or jelly has the same. Will and the knowledge to navigate by. However different the other whales might be, they are my family in this. I chant along with them. Deep, deep, as we all strive to reach the open ocean. And then in the jumble of noise, I hear a familiar voice chanting just like me. "Deneb!" I shout. I send a click stream narrow and strong in the direction of the voice. An image comes back, a brother-sized orca and a big one. Uncle Wriggle! I turn crosswise to the current and fight to reach them. The pull takes hold of me like a howling wind, the kind that turns boats upside down. I grit my teeth and swim with all my might. Deneb, I call. Vega, Deneb calls back. I found you. I close the distance between us and slip into Uncle Wriggle's swim shadow. I murmur my thanks, and we keep moving. Something is coming for us. I feel it, like the memory of a nightmare. One menace chasing us out to the ocean, and another charging towards us from the very place of our safety. But how can that be true? Great Mother said, "Deep water is refuge." She would not lie. Could she be mistaken? Uncle Wriggle, I call. How far must we go? He does not answer. Wriggle! I glance at him. There is a notch along the edge of his fluke that I never saw before. Uncle? Don't worry, Deneb says. He's my not cousin. Not cousin? I like him. There is no word for an orca you like who is not in your kinship. I take a closer look. His fin shape is a little bit off, and he sounds funny too. He must be a seal eater. How did this happen? Deneb, he's a stranger. Where is Uncle Wriggle? Where is Mother? I saved him from a tangle, and he helped me find you. You what? Where is our family? Did Deneb leave them too? Did he follow me? He would never. He is too little. A jolt of panic zings through me. I want my mother, like an ache in my bones, like hunger. How deep is enough? Deneb asks. I do not know. I only feel danger coming. I leap to look for the way. A line of boat charges toward the ocean. I can see the place ahead where the land stops and the ocean begins. Almost there. I leap again. On the horizon, a wave rises. The stranger orca must feel it coming too. He stops swimming. He turns to Deneb, fixes him with a firm gaze, and grunts something neither of us understands. He floats near the surface, breathing in and out deeply. I do the same, and Deneb copies me. The air warms me through and gives my tired muscles new strength. I check the horizon again. The wave is taller than the boats, taller than the trees, tall like the rocky cliffs at Land's End. Panic gives way to dread. Great Mother's voice rings in my memory. A great tremor came that did not stop shaking until it remade the shape of the sea. This is a wave to remake the shape of the sea. This is a wave to crush mountains. I scream my mother's name in the face of the giant wave. I left my family, and this is my fate? To face the reshaping of the sea without them? I'm right here, Deneb squeaks. I'm beside you. I reach for him in the swirling pool of water until he is in the shelter of my flippers. The stranger ducks his head and lifts his tail for a dive. Dive! I shout. Stay with me. The wave is almost upon us. Boats climb up the face of it and tumble backward. Ready? I take a deep breath. Go! I dive. Deneb beside me, and the stranger just ahead. The light fades from pale green to deepest blue. I feel the wave draw near. The bottom is flat. Here, with no pillars to hide behind, I fight the great wave with all my strength. My heart slows to save breath. Deneb starts to rise. Despite the pumping of his little flukes, I move above him and tilt him downward, using my weight to keep him from being swept away. We reach the gravelly bottom. My heart beats slower and slower, even as the wave moves relentlessly toward our home waters. When it finally passes, we turn skyward and break through the skin of the sea with a great burst of outgoing breath. The stranger makes a loud cha. When he surfaces beside us, I draw in courage with each new breath, but lose it a little as I look around. Overturned boats and things and humans bob in the water. Some float, some sink, some thrash and shout. Oh, Deneb gasps, broken. He goes to the nearest thrashing human and nudges it toward a floating thing. It climbs on, and Deneb goes after the next one. He nudges and lifts until two humans are lying on top of the floating thing. The humans have no proper fat on them. They cling to each other and shiver. We have to go, I say. I look around for the fins of my family, for someone else to take the lead and make the choices. But we are alone. The overturned boats make me nervous. A fish has gooey bits in the middle that are quite tasty, but a boat has poison at the middle. Soon it will be oozing into the sea. Still, Great Mother has rules about not hurting humans. Letting them sink is a hurt, but letting Deneb suffer poison is wrong too. Just one more, Deneb says, circling back for the last of them. This one bobs at the surface with a floater and a flashing light. We have to go now. I help him nudge the human toward rescue. The others pull it from the water. They clasp each other tight and roar like beached sea lions. More giant waves will come, I tell Deneb. Great Mother told me they travel together, just as we do. Already, I am looking for the next one. We need deeper water. The stranger is already heading that way. We turn our backs to the Salish Sea and follow the stranger to land's end. We wait beside the offshore island, looking and longing for our family to find us. As the sun falls into the sea and the stars rise, so giant waves rise out of the deep. 3 of these giants pass over us. 3 times we dive. The waves try to pick us up and throw us against the side of the cliffs. We fight them. We hear the sound of the waves hurling their might against the shore. It fades as we are pulled farther and farther away. I close my heart and my memory to my home waters. It is too much. I will never go back.